Welcome to the Fan Club YouTube channel. Please make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below.
If you guys could be in any TV show, which one would you be in and why?
Easy. I'd be in Ballers. Living in Miami.
The
working
Rock?
with football. Being the agent for some NFL guys. Having some fun on some yachts. That's my
So would you be The
style.
Rock then?
I'd love to be The
That
Rock.
show's crazy.
I've only seen a little bit of it, but
I've never seen it.
It's really good.
It's
my
good.
uncle was watching it, and so I watched it with him for a bit. It is.
I don't like
picked
when
up on it.
they get into the college stuff, but the first few seasons are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Mine. I had this in my head right before you even finish your sentence. I'd be in Breaking Bad. I'd be Walter White's right hand
yeah.
man.
Oh.
Yeah, eh? Cooking away.
It's only a few years of good living.
Gotta say though that is my favorite all-time TV show. That is the main reason
one of
why.
my top
Breaking
ones.
Bad?
Yeah, all-time favorite TV show.
I couldn't get into it. I watched one episode,
Dang.
the first episode.
Okay,
I
that's
couldn't
the
get
most ridiculous thing ever. You never do that with
Yeah.
TV ever.
That show is
Well, they're
bomb.
so
You can't
long.
judge
they're
it
like
off
an
the
hour,
pilot.
Yeah.
hour-long episodes.
Yeah, dial it in.
So yeah,
Don't have time.
I'd be Walter White's right-hand man.
Mine would be Yellowstone. I'd be
That is a good
frickin'-
one.
I'd be a
And
badass in that show.
you're like a fourth of the way there. You're
A
more
fourth? That's it?
okay. You're half of the way there.
Half? No, I'm not even close to there.
What?
I was gonna say
you're
I'm
closer
living in
than us.
Minneapolis, Minnesota right now.
But you're a
I'm long
farmer.
ways
You had
away.
cattle.
You got the
I got the
Cows?
gist of it, yeah, but I'm
He's like 2% there.
Yeah.
You know how much land they have
Like-
in Yellowstone?
yeah, I'm probably like a
I just
tenth
meant
of the way
that
there.
you're the closest. Basically, you're the closest person here to being like.
That's
Okay,
That's
that's
true.
fair, yeah.
That's true.
When you said Breaking Bad, that's the first thing I thought of because I remember watching the first episode thinking that the show sucked, but I kept with it until episode 3,
Yeah.
and then I was hooked.
I get
So-
it because that's happened to me before with other shows.
Mhm.
Like, you got to watch past the first episode, but I don't know. For
I'm
some
going-
reason, Breaking Bad, I never watched a second episode.
I got 2 here. We got The Office as one,
Mhm.
which would be great to be in.
No, he's an Andy.
I would
You're Andy.
not Michael.
Tuna.
I don't know. I don't know. You can play the guitar and
You're
sing.
Tuna.
Actually, I am Andy. Play the guitar, sing. That would be a fun one to like. If that was your life going into The Office, how fun would that be?
That'd be great.
That'd be so
Second
much
one
fun.
that was comparable was How I Met Your Mother, which would be
Oh,
like
yeah.
Friends, because that would be also fun.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys not seen How I Met Your Mother?
Not the full thing.
That's good.
I haven't.
Yeah,
Get back to The Office. I'd look up the cast. You're Toby Flenderson.
No, I'd be having way more fun than Toby would.
You'd be Tuna for sure.
I would be
Yeah.
Andy because he's like he'd be singing in The Office.
Yeah, he's just
like,
a happy, lucky guy. Go lucky.
You'd be Creed.
Yeah, let's name who everyone would be.
I want to be the
And
I wanna
Will's
be-
Gym.
I want to be Daryl. The
Will,
warehouse-
Will's a GM, yeah.
Which one's Daryl again? Is he the
he's the
warehouse,
warehouse manager.
guy? Who do we say Frizz is gonna be?
Creed.
Creed. Mysterious man. How about Cud?
He's either Oscar Martinez or
Oh,
Kevin
whatever.
Malone.
I was gonna
Kevin
say.
Malone.
I was gonna say
Are you
Stanley.
kidding me?
Stanley's pretty good too. Stanley's not
Stanley's
bad.
funny, yeah.
Stanley's great.
Great. That's hilarious. I forgot that they had so many pretty big name people in there.
Who
Actually,
else?
no. Cuddy is Daryl.
Daryl's funny.
Daryl's the warehouse guy. Yeah.
Warehouse guy also. He's a funny guy. So what we have left is on the board is Stanley, Phyllis, Kevin, Creed. Or no, you're Creed.
Kevin is so funny.
Oscar, Michael, Pam, and Dwight. God, all those characters were so funny.
I love that show.
yeah.
Great show. Meredith was a funny character.
It's definitely just top 3 all time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Oh, that's good.
Good way to start that. Good
Yeah.
little segment there, Will. Got the kind of energy up in the room.
Everyone's fired up about the TV shows. I think it'd be fun just to be in like a Friends. Living like
Yeah.
it's kind of what we did here. But like if we were all in the same building.
Because in reality, they're not like they make it look fun because it's TV.
Yeah, but
but
it's
like
so
really, this
fake.
could be a TV show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A couple hockey players, college hockey players running a podcast, running a media
Who-
company together in an office. Like,
Yeah.
Me and Cuddy used to pretend that we were Joey and Chandler when we would recline in
Oh,
our
yeah,
chairs
our
in
chairs.
college.
Really? On
The-
a Sunday?
Yeah.
Roommates checking out TV,
Not moving for hours.
eating sandwiches.
Yeah.
See,
Ordering pizza.
I haven't seen Friends, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about. What?
They just get new chairs and they're super comfy.
Gotcha.
Great
Gotcha.
scene. Yeah. Well, Friz, welcome back.
We're back.
There's been a lot of people asking where you've been. I saw a couple hashtags, save Friz, like Ferris Bueller, save Ferris. But how you doing, man? Welcome back to America.
It's good. Yeah, I was back home in Canada for roughly a month. Just had some visa issues, had to get sent back to Canada for a bit, and now still working on the visa stuff, but now I'm just entered as a visitor. Going to be here for a while, as long as I can. And yeah, thanks everyone for missing me. I appreciate it. It was fun to kind of see things from a different perspective. It was almost like me seeing it how you guys see it when I'd see a video. Like I wouldn't be like seeing how it was filmed or when it was filmed or what was going on, but I'd see like just a video from an outsider, I guess. And yeah, it feels good to be back.
What did you do at home the whole time? What were you doing most of the day?
Most of the day.
I'm curious for this. This
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Let's go through one day.
Yeah, one day at the
standard
Friesen household.
weekday.
So obviously I obviously couldn't be in a lot of content. So I was just kind of doing a lot of like my usual no bad stuff. But of course, when you're talking overseas, so I'd be talking to them like later at night and then in the mornings. But then once the friends overseas would go to sleep, that's when I would, instead of having an early morning workout, I would have my workout at like 11 noonish, and then kind of go back home and see what else there was left to do on the to-do list. And then
Did you bring your notebook and jot some?
No, that thing
chicken
is
scratch?
here.
I brought my computer charger though, so the computer didn't die.
Oh gosh,
Huge.
And
good move.
honestly, I cooked a lot, obviously, and got to watch my Jets because you can't watch them on TV out here. So I watched a lot of Jets games with my family.
It didn't
and
feel that long for me, just because we saw you in Toronto
yeah,
for
that
like
definitely
4 or 5
helped.
days. So,
Mhm.
and if you're just a listener to the pod and you don't watch any of the videos and stuff, some people may not have even realized
No,
Yeah.
definitely
because you were
not.
like on the shows in Toronto.
yeah.
So, but
Yeah, that also helped. Like that was why I was able to meet them in Toronto, was because the All-Star weekend was in Toronto and I didn't have to cross the border. And even when I crossed the border this time, it was very tough. Got grilled. They checked my whole car, everything.
Crazy.
Like, yeah, so it wasn't easy. So staying on this side of the border for a while now.
I don't want to jinx it, but going to Toronto from the States, I've never really had a passport issue or a long line. It's just like those slot machine looking things. You take your
Yeah.
picture.
It
I don't know
almost
if
seems
that's,
like there's
I don't
no
want to jinx it
security.
'cause I feel like next time it's gonna be hell. But like,
Yeah, because we're two for two on that, where it's like a 5-minute process where you're just walking.
the
You don't
first
really-
time I did go though, we did circle in the air for 45 minutes above
Oh.
Toronto, which sucked. But that was because there was a storm.
Oh, that's not bad.
Mhm.
What was the hardest part for you being away?
The hardest part about me being away was probably just not knowing like when the heck I'd be back, and like just trying to, because there was some times where I would just try and think of other, like I remember we had that call and I was like kind of preparing ways how I could start like making content for either the Patreon or the fan club, but without like being in the show and stuff, just in case I was back for the long haul. But then once like I kind of had that set date of when I'd be returning back, it was easier to start, I don't know, being able to fill back into the usual role.
Well, you showed up on the green screens a couple times.
Yep.
We're amping up the fan club TikTok content.
Yeah,
So
the
we got
green
Frizz.
screens have been good.
We got Frizz doing green screens and coming up, human punching bag
Yeah.
mistakenly
Oh yeah.
saying the wrong things about certain teams' outfits.
So, I didn't say this yesterday, but Jamie texted me and said, "Who the heck let Frizz like?" Like it wasn't like in a bad sense, but it was just like, "Who the heck let Frizz call the Devils like Guidos?" I think is the word you said. She's like, "They're not Guidos, they're Sopranos."
Well, I like when we were talking about that earlier. Because I was just told what people wore, and for some reason I thought the Rangers did the Sopranos, and then Will told me they did the Fire thing, and I remembered that, and then I just for some reason just got mistaken and just left them out, and I just thought they were the Jersey Shore Guidos, and then
it became a good comment, Jen.
Honestly, like I kind of thought they were one and the same. Like that kind of I don't know much about Jersey, I guess, but I guess there's a difference between Jersey Shore and the Mafia.
Yeah, no, that made sense. But you know, TikTok loves a good controversy in the comments, so it sparked a good amount of views, which I'm happy for, and I'll eat those punches.
Yeah,
I still keep my rankings the same. I still liked the Rocky outfit the best.
That was by far the best.
Good touch by the Flyers.
Makes sense.
And I think they got roasted in that game, but we'll get into all that.
Yeah. What else did we do recently? We had a big surprise party for Dave.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Mr. Kaplan passed his CPA exam, so he's a licensed. What does the CPA stand for?
It's a long
certified
time.
practitioner of accounting.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
we'll go with that.
It is crazy.
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
It's a long time coming because I remember, because obviously me and Yelly lived with him in college, and I remember the day that he said he was switching his major because he did not go into school with that. He was a communications guy.
What a weird, like, that to me, that's a big difference, like, comms to accounting.
Yeah.
Like, normally, like, you kind of switch, like, in a general, like, same ballpark of a major, but that was kind of a big jump.
Yeah, he was just like, I don't know, he was just always so good at doing accounting stuff, and then he would obviously help me a lot and the rest of the house and all that. So then we were all like, kind of just like, why don't you just be an accountant, Dave? You actually enjoy this stuff. And then he, talked to his parents and switched it over and never looked back.
Yeah, I remember the summer when I lived in Superior, Dave did also kind of. He was there for like over half of the summer because he was doing his internship at that accounting firm in Superior. So it was me working at the moving company, and then it was Dave working at his little accountant firm there.
Certified public accountant.
Public accountant.
We were close.
Yeah, well, we surprised him pretty good at the old 3-Jack golf simulator bar. Lawson got it on film, his little facial reaction.
Oh, dude, he looked
shocked.
so scared. Like someone was going to jump on him or something.
Yeah, that was a funny video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Nice little celebration for our unsung hero, Mr. Kaplan. Not sure if he listens to the show, but if you do, Dave, way to go.
We'll send him the clips.
Yeah.
We'll get Cuddy to make a micro clip for him and then send him like, hey, fan club made this for you. You got to post it now.
Yeah. You got to post it on your TikTok page.
Remember when he started, like, he went hard for like 2 weeks on his little workout videos or whatever. I think
vlogs.
His vlogs, and it was always spinning monkeys. But like, what if now we keep feeding him like little micro clips, bring them up periodically in the pod?
He was good at the vlogs.
Yeah.
That was during his downtime though. In
Yeah.
between college and work, so he had so much time.
Yeah. No, he was amazing.
He was really good.
Dave's a good CPA and an even better voiceover vlogger on for TikTok.
He's terrific.
He's
like a young Tim.
Yeah, that was his
inspiration.
We should start to send him we should send Dave our day in the life like video, and then we'll get him to voice it over.
Yeah,
Like
let's do it.
What the guys
Jamie.
do.
Let's do that.
Yeah, like you do that with Jamie.
I always like those type of videos. It's funny, just like you send a minute long raw vlog and then have someone else voice it over. Because dude, it seems so more natural when someone else is voicing over your day.
Yeah.
So you don't have it already in your head, you know?
It'd be funny if he did it and he'd be like, "Oh, and we just had a ridiculous day." We're
Yes,
playing
like
hockey in the
actually, like
office."
Yeah.
no, like
And he's like,
yeah,
"Oh, this looks a lot different
We
than
go
my
skating.
office."
this is a
Things
good.
like
This
that.
is a good idea.
We should do that for the hockey guys. We should, like what you said, send them the most ridiculous day. I don't know if it'd be funny if like he can interject some clips from him like sitting in his office, just like, and this is me, and then it's like us playing like knee hockey. You're saying, I think that'd be a
What if you
hilarious
do edit
video.
That would be so funny.
No, like we're for sure making this video. We're gonna pick a day where we're like, you said, actually doing random things in that day. Maybe a day on the road. Like if we go to, like we might be going to Detroit or wherever in the next month, staying up to 2 a.m. and he's just like, wow, these guys have had a long day today.
Yeah.
His voice like, this is a day in the life of our normal Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it's a bunch of randomness.
It's a big travel day.
Oh, let's see what
Okay,
we got
jot it
going here
down.
today.
Jot it down.
Yeah.
What do we
Jot
got
it.
today?
I'll jot
Oh,
that down.
looks like the guys got a bagel for breakfast, and then they headed to the gym. And wait, why is Frizz getting a beer at the bar already?
That
That would be fun. Let's do it for sure. Well, there's some exciting hockey events that just happened the past weekend, especially the Stadium Series, which is one of a kind, first of its kind, with 2 back-to-back outdoor games, which I thought was an awesome idea. And I think the NHL was super happy because on Saturday for the Devils Flyers game, which the Devils won 6-3, there was about 70,000 people there. And the next night, when it was the New York Islanders, New York Rangers, day game on a Sunday, 79,690.
Wow.
Third largest crowd in NHL history.
That's so cool.
So they brought in, I don't know the math, but they brought in about 150,000 people.
Yeah, no, so it's insane crowd. So I was wondering, why do you think there was? How did that break records? Is that just due to the size of the stadium that it was held at?
Didn't
Or-
break the record.
Well, top 3.
Well, it's just
He's-
the size of the
Yeah,
stadium.
that's what I
and
meant.
the
Like
amount of
it broke the record of the third,
Yes.
yeah.
not the
populate.
Yes.
Just
Yeah, it
the
took
population
third
in the
place.
It took
area.
third place.
Yeah.
Population of the area, the right teams playing each other.
New York
Yeah.
versus New York. That's genius.
Good weather.
Because like we were at the Winter Classics and stuff like that. I didn't pay attention to like how big the changes of these arenas are, but it seemed like they always like sold out, I guess. I don't know. So
Football stadiums are usually bigger than baseball diamonds.
I don't know. This fact check on Wikipedia is saying it was the 4th largest, but still.
anyways,
Okay. Wikipedia. Yeah.
Because the first 2 at the Big House in Michigan, they can hold 100,000 people. One of those was a college game, Michigan versus Michigan State.
wow.
Oh.
Big house. That's why. That's a huge.
Yeah.
And then the Winter Classic, Red Wings Leafs. And then actually the Cotton Bowl Winter Classic, Dallas Nashville, was 85,000.
Dang.
But yeah, MetLife is big. And I don't know how much MetLife actually holds because they're doing some sort of construction on it right now. So that took away like 10,000 seats
Ooh, that's tough.
because they're widening it or making the seats better for the World Cup.
Oh wow.
Because the World Cup,
Interesting.
the World Cup final is being held at MetLife when it comes to North America,
Dang.
which people are upset about. But
Yeah. Would you guys prefer, like, if you can only go to one of those matchups this past weekend? What game would you want to attend?
I think the New York game because I think day games outside are fun.
Yeah.
I just like day games in general, but I think watching it when the sun's still out and it heads into dark is cool.
Well, yeah, and then a lot of people, I'm sure, kind of treated it like a football game. Went Sunday, probably went there tailgated, had some fun, and then got to see a good game, a
You see our-
crazy game.
Our boy Old Time Hockey's tailgate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looked
That
pretty
looked fun.
cool.
That looked fun.
Great idea.
Yeah.
If
He
I were to
had-
pick, I would go Devils Flyers just because, I mean, we've seen the Islanders play a good amount of times and seen a Rangers game.
I even saw them at home when I went to the
Yeah.
Jets game.
Yeah, I didn't pick it for the teams. I picked it for.
The day, like festivities around it.
Mm-hmm. You can't really watch hockey at those events. It's so
Not-
far away.
Yeah, and not to knock on the Carolina one that we went to last year, but this one seemed way cooler. It seemed like there's way more action and of like little pinnacles of the events that were going around. Maybe because it was like right beside New York, so they have so much access to everything to make this place like really sweet. Maybe like with the people that are going to it and stuff. But man, it looked like it was a lot of Like they did a great job with just making it a ton of fun. And I was kind of jealous that we weren't at this one.
So the whole basis of the theme, because every time there's a theme that maybe people don't even pick up on, but there's always a theme for the outdoor events, and this was like a park. They're trying to make it feel like a big park where there's this a hockey game broke out.
Yeah.
And I saw some things on Twitter where they actually had actors walking around the outside of the arena on the grass, the fake grass, like pushing babies in a stroller, going for a jog. Like they had actors outside of the boards during the game. And, like there was some hilarious.
Oh, really?
People were
Yeah,
calling
Didn't
it.
you say it's a Truman Show?
People were. That was what the article I
Yeah.
linked in here said, but people were calling it the Truman Show because there's like weird simulations of actors walking around during a hockey game.
Okay, imagine getting hired, paid to do that for 4 hours, just walk around the
Push
football.
a fake baby in a stroller.
Yeah, that's odd.
Like it could have been real. They could have just been there, like hang out with your kid, but do it right in front of 79,000 people while
Down
this
by
game
ice level.
while this
Yeah.
game's going on. I saw someone with their dog, like they were running,
Mhm.
walking their dog.
What if it's like people related to the players and they're just like, yeah, we're giving you access. You can kind of bring your baby and dog down
Hang
there
out
too.
in this area.
You know-
Don't
Yeah.
leave for 4 hours.
I think for the next outdoor game, they should do kind of what Carolina did, where they had that one student section almost
Yeah.
that was close to the rink. Like,
Uh-huh.
why not sell 10,000 more tickets with people actually on the field?
See, I thought of that too because like you said it earlier, like at these stadiums, it's hard. Like the rink is so small in comparison to the actual field. Like, I don't know, other than like that stage that they always have, like that's always a staple. Like, there's got to be something that they can do.
I'm sure people would have paid top dollar to bring a folding chair and sit on the field.
Yeah.
Maybe the sight line is poor for the game, but
I think it'd
still
just be a
once-
cool.
yeah.
It's like a mosh pit almost for like NASCAR comparison. How you
yeah,
can like.
I'm sure there's a way you can do it where you can like raise the level of your seat up a little bit, like on a
Enough.
little platform, so the people that are in the stadium can still see over you, but
Yeah.
it just kind of gradually goes up and then it blends into the. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying, but
maybe we'll
there's
have to
gotta be a way.
call our friends at Wrigley Field for the Winter Classic.
Yeah.
coming up.
We'll give you 10,000 more people in this stadium.
We have a crazy idea for you.
Yeah.
Let people come to the ballpark and bring their own food and
Yeah.
blankets. And
See,
and then
the
they
more I
had the Jonas Brothers there.
Jonas Brothers played before the game on Saturday. Yep.
dude, those guys have been like at events that we should have seen them so many different times.
Yes.
We have like,
They're
Just
elusive.
missing them.
yeah, we just keep missing them.
AJR played on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Do you think the NHL, after the Carolina Stadium Series, do you think they like regrouped and are like, okay, these like college stadiums, do you think they were like we're too big for doing this stuff at college stadiums? Because like when we were there at NC State, like it was pretty crammed.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. Remember
Yeah.
that walking in?
Yeah, that
Dude,
was
that's-
terrifying.
That had to have been a conversation topic after that, because dude, that was insane. It was
That's
like
a big jump from NC State to MetLife.
Yeah,
I think that place was just too small
Yeah.
I
in
agree.
particular. But I will
That
never
was
want to be in a
scary.
crowd walking in like
Oh.
that
It
again.
wasn't even fun watching. The seats were freezing cold. There were bench seats.
Yeah.
Assuming MetLife doesn't have bench seats. Maybe they do. I
They
don't know.
might,
probably.
right? They
Maybe
probably
they
have
do.
bleachers because
Okay.
football or stadiums they just pack people in.
Yeah. Regardless, I didn't like that. I don't like those bench seats. Not a fan.
It was cold.
Yeah, especially when it's freezing cold in Carolina too.
But weather looked good, New York. Heck of a game on Sunday for sure. With the Rangers flying back after being down, and then scoring 10 seconds in overtime, which still not sure how that's a goal, but I'm not a real guy, so I don't really know. Did you see it?
I did see
No,
it. Yeah,
never
you're talking
saw
about
it.
the Dobson.
The OT goal, yeah,
Yeah.
Dobson's turnover. The
Yeah.
net seemed to be off, but then they said that the Islanders kicked it off, but it was still way off before the puck went in.
I know.
So I don't know.
What wouldn't, if it's not a goal, you just think like that should just be a penalty.
I feel like it'd just be net off.
But like that's where it's interesting because he
But it did-
slid
he
to
slid?
hit the net off when the puck like
And that's the thing, too,
Did
you
it go
don't-
off the stick beforehand?
It like went off his chest and then down and then
I think the rule is if the puck was already shot, like it was going towards the net, simultaneous simultaneously while the net was getting knocked off. So technically the net was off before the puck crossed the line, but the puck was already like in motion. That's because they had that like those professional refs that like kind of explain rules.
And it was interesting because it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Panarin had like 3 shots at the top of the crease, and then one of them apparently went in. And then you don't know if Dobson slid to actually take the net off or if he just slid to block the shot and happened to take the net off. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was a pretty quick review, so
I was kind of bummed
Obviously the rule.
because that was like in the first minute, 30 seconds of overtime.
10
like,
seconds.
Okay, it's even quicker. 10 seconds. Like those overtimes when they go like all the way to the end or like even to a shootout, like I want to see that, not like a bang bang overtime
Yeah,
done.
the puck went
right
back
off
to
the face-off.
Dobson. He bobbled it, or Panarin batted out of the air, shot a few times. Net came off, puck went in. Quick
Over.
review.
Dude, that had been so demoralizing for the Islanders dropping that lead.
Oof. Yeah, they let up a goal like a minute and a half into the game and then scored 3 in the first. They were feeling good. They were up 5-2 at one point.
Yeah. Not good.
Not good. But speaking of another crazy high-scoring hockey game, yesterday when we were in the office, it was President's Day, and we didn't realize how many hockey games were actually on. We could have went to the Wild game because it was at 1 o'clock. That would have been a great one to go to, it sounds like.
The best game we would have
It
ever
has to
seen.
be. It was a football game.
Yeah.
10-7. The Wild won after being down, I want to say 5-2 also. They scored 5 goals in 5 minutes.
For all you
From the end of the
non-hockey
third,
fans,
or end of the second into the third.
10-goal game, like one team scores 10 goals, like that, like a team on a given year, that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
If you
gotta
score 7 goals, I bet there's a 1% chance of you losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10-7.
everything's got to go right for one team to score 10, and everything's got to go wrong for the other team to give up 10.
Yeah.
And the
It's
Canucks,
just a perfect storm.
I think the Canucks were on the kill for a long time.
But even putting up
power
7,
play.
it's
That's
like you
insane.
still lose.
And they brought in Fleury for the third. I think he had a 6-save shutout. Or no, he didn't even get a shutout. He had like 6 saves on like 8 shots.
Dang.
Something
Tough
like
day
that.
to be a goalie.
5 goals, 5 minutes, 2 hat tricks for the Wild. Eriksson Ek and Kirill Kaprizov each had 3 goals and 3 assists. I don't know. That would have been probably the best hockey game
For sure.
to be at this
Yeah.
year.
Because from a fan standpoint, you want to see goals. Like I would,
Yep.
I want to see a high-scoring game and not like a 1-1 game.
Remember what you were telling me, the score?
Okay.
It was like 5-2, and then
Yeah.
like, oh, another loss. We're like chirping the Wild, like, my gosh, these guys are terrible.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, 5-3. Oh, 5-4. Oh, wait. Or then we're like, 5-5. Oh, wait, no, it's still 5-4 because the goal got disallowed. So they actually scored 11.
Yeah. Not to mention
Holy.
that they had a goal disallowed too out of all this.
And then all of a sudden we look, and it's like 8-7 Minnesota, and then they scored 2 empty netters. But it was just like, holy smokes.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because during the game we were playing knee hockey in here, and so like after our knee hockey game ended, we'd go over and like refresh it, and then it'd be like every time the score would go up by like more than 1 goal. It's like, what the heck is going on?
I watched the highlights of it last night, like all 17 goals, and like the Wild's goals were so greasy and just so many like broken plays and battles in front of the net where the goalie can't cover it and the puck's squeaking around, and then someone fishes it out, passes it back door to the wide open guy. It just happened like 3 times in a row, and I don't know. Canucks, that sucks for you guys.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Well, for the Canucks, that would have been like playing at like 11 a.m. usually. So
No excuses.
I'm sure that kind of got everyone out of whack.
Yeah, I
They
don't
also
know.
had a 3-goal lead too. So
They also scored 7.
yeah,
It's just so
They
what
were
a-
doing good,
what an
man.
insane hockey game.
It was just not a game for goalies. Everything else was good, but goalies.
Yeah,
hats off to the Wild for scoring the most goals in a game in franchise history.
love it.
Yep,
Wow,
franchise
congratulations. Still won't make the playoffs. In other news,
record. What else you got for us?
one of our favorite players and someone who we absolutely adore, our 18-year-old friend Connor Bedard, is back and came back with a vengeance. 2 goals, 4 assists in his first 3 games
Wow.
back after being out like a month.
I hate to say it, but I think we rubbed some magic into his hands when we shook his hand.
Yeah, he must have got his hands on the new Sherwood.
Yeah.
New twig.
He's got all without us shaking his hand, I don't think he would have 6 points in 3 games.
I think he's still wearing the bubble too.
He is.
Yeah. Think of that chain of events. He watches all of our shots. You
Ooh,
know, like
yeah.
he sees
He learned
how,
a little bit.
He sees how a couple of college hockey players actually rip the puck.
Yeah, he didn't learn that up in the dub.
And then
yeah.
and then he goes in and he puts up 6 points. I think that there's something that's not coincidence, you know? I think at least so. And he's wearing the bubble too. Can you imagine like playing an NHL game with the bubble on? Because I played with a bubble in college and they suck. Like I hate them. So I don't know. I'm surprised that he chose bubble over cage.
I think he grew up wearing a bubble, right? Like
Did
he
he?
always wore a bubble.
Oh, really? Even when he's younger? So he's used to it.
He had to wear a bubble in World Juniors because he wasn't 18.
Okay. That's
I
why
guess
he
that's
picked
the only
it then.
thing I'm thinking of. Yeah.
But yeah, no, like if for those of you that might not know, the bubble is when they have the shield and like the cage to it. Not a cage, but it's a shield, but it has a little bit of a cage piece that's plastic. What? You're looking at me like you're like, what are you talking
A cage
about?
is like a cage.
Yes.
Cage
But what
is
would you
metal.
what do you call
Bubble's
the
full
Bubble's
plastic.
Sure. Anyway, the
No, it is.
yeah, I agree with that. I'm talking about the part of the bubble that is
Down here.
it's
Got
waffled.
holes.
It's whatever you want to
Waffled,
call
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It looks like a cage. That part. So there's 2 options. You can wear one or the other, especially in college. And bubbles are trending way more. Like these days.
I would say all the best players wear bubbles. You don't see many like complete skill guys wearing cages. It's just a known fact.
Yeah, I can
look-
see that.
it's a
It's
style.
style.
thing.
It's all style.
It's a style thing.
I wore a cage because I was not a skill guy. I just worked hard.
I also feel like, in the NHL, if you come out with a broken jaw and you're wearing a cage, you look stupid.
Yeah. Well, it is.
You don't see many guys.
They always
wearing a
get the
cage.
they always get the worst cages too,
Yeah,
like
so
the big
weird.
gray bird cages.
Oh yeah.
Like
have any cage-
yeah, they
any-
could have
any
any nice
cage.
CCM cage or Bauer cage
They
out there,
stick
but they have
out.
a gray bird cage.
Yeah,
from
I agree.
1994.
They make them look like they're beer league players.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of style, I do think the bubble looks a lot better than the cage does.
Yeah. Connor must have been getting scared that Faber was going to catch him in points.
Mm-hmm.
His Faber was on a tear there too. I mean, he's a defenseman, so he's naturally not going to get as many points. But
Which is super impressive.
and here's a weird stat. Back to the Wild. The second and third rookies in scoring are both on the Wild. Faber and Rossi.
Maybe the future's bright for the Wild.
Maybe. But Bedsy's got 13 games less played and 6 more points
Well, I don't
than
think
Faber.
even when because he was out for like over a month, I think. I don't think he was ever passed in that like month and a half he was out. He's always like start to finish been.
And he
leading in
pulls out
points.
6 and 3.
Yeah.
And he's
It's
got
like
his
a-
lead back.
F you guys. But I saw this last night when I was scrolling. It was a highlight of like the Hawks, and if the season were to end today, the likelihood that they would get the #1 pick again next year is like most likely the Hawks would be getting the #1 overall pick again.
Celebrini. People are saying that it's going to be the next Kane and Tays if it happens.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd
I'm
be
here
good for
it.
Hawks fans. But how did you feel in your first game back after an injury? Were you like
never good?
ever timid? Ever feel like you're behind a step, or did you feel like I'm kind of refreshed and ready to go?
Always felt massively behind, like big time. I think it depends on your injury, because some injuries you can train, like keep up. Like for his jaw, you can skate and you can actually like keep the rust off. But when I had, especially my ankle one, man, that took a while to get back into game shape. So I think that has a big thing to do with it and how long you're out. But I always usually never felt good. I think they obviously train you a lot better in the NHL for keeping your cardio up. And when you're injured in college or you're injured in junior, it's pretty much up to you for the most part to be like, don't get out of shape.
He's also just a freak. Where
For
Bedard
sure.
would have no issues coming back.
Yeah, he was probably stick handling every night and doing everything the same. But that's just my experience, at least.
I never had a injury where I missed anything, thankfully.
Same.
He's an Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man.
You had the longest
Felt pretty
like,
bad
streak.
coming back after not playing for 2 weekends in a row, but that's a
Yeah,
different story.
Yeah.
Still skating during the week, so I had no excuse there.
But even then,
It's still different in a game.
yeah, you can relate to just the fact that you just don't play games, whether you're injured or you're in shape or not. There's something different of stepping back onto the ice and actually competing and having your brain be used to the fast pace again and everything.
That's the difference. NHLer.
Yeah, which can throw you off when you're scratched. Like, that's why it sucks in college to miss 2 games, because that's 2 weeks and then you have to go play.
You only play on the
You
weekends.
forget what you're doing almost. That'll get you.
Not for Bedsy, though.
Not for Bedsy.
He's just fine. Big weekend in Pittsburgh also. Kind of interesting timing as the game was going on during the Stadium Series game on Sunday. But Jaromir Jagr got his jersey retired in Pittsburgh, and it looked like he had an absolute blast. And if you don't know who Jaromir Jagr is, he is a NHL legend. He's got to be up there in some of the most games ever played.
Still technically playing right now.
He still does play, and he's like 50-something. He
Dude,
plays in the
he's
Czech, I
He's
believe.
played for 37 professional years.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a
That's
tank.
crazy.
Wow.
Almost 40.
He's a freak too. Like I've at the old 24/7 videos, like leading up to Winter Classic, back when they were really good.
Yeah.
I remember there was a Philly one, and when he was on Philly, they had a whole like bit on him, and he would be like in the gym for like 4 hours a day, even
Wow.
after game days. Like, so he took care of himself, and obviously that's why he's still able to play. But he practiced a full practice with the Penguins on Saturday, which I'm sure the fans loved. And then he actually took warm-ups
Yeah,
That's so
that was
cool.
on
funny.
Sunday.
That's
and the
sweet.
boys came out in Jagr jerseys and mullets.
Yeah,
and
I was going to say that was a staple, was his mullet.
Mhm.
Were they retiring his number or something like that?
Yep.
Or?
In Pittsburgh, they
Yeah.
retired 68.
That's cool that they did that for him.
Yeah.
Got him back on the ice for a practice with the boys, and
That must be the
Warmies.
first time that's ever
Yeah.
happened.
that's pretty cool.
It's finally, like, you don't need to be all just business every single
Yeah,
game.
have some
Like,
fun.
this guy obviously put a lot into the NHL and his career and the team and all that, so they rewarded him in a fun way with it. Hopefully, maybe other teams will follow in
He
those
probably
footsteps.
requested it. He's probably like, yeah, I got to stay
Yeah.
in shape for my
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, can't miss a day. I
Well,
got a game
But
to
even,
go
you know
back
how
to.
you see Crosby at home games, he does his stick handling over the McDonald's logo?
Yeah.
He was doing it in the mullet wig in the
Huh.
60s. Like,
Actually?
yeah, it was
That's
just funny to
hilarious.
see.
I read somewhere that guy used to, like, whenever he would go to a new team or like whatever team he was on, he would request like his own keys to like the facility, because there was times when he'd be going like at the most obscure hours, like where he, like the rink guy or like the gym guy wouldn't have it open, so he requested keys so he can get in at any time.
That's another guy who just probably took care of himself so well.
Yeah.
But he there's a funny quote by him because he has a super young girlfriend,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
like 30 years younger than him, I think.
Oh my gosh.
It's 20 or 30 years. And there was a question about, like, to her, basically, like, do you remember, like, watching him play or whatever? And he's like, she's way too young to remember me playing in my Pittsburgh days. Or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
He owns it. He
That's
loves
funny.
it.
That's
But
funny.
a living legend.
And one thing about, before we get off the topic of him too, is how he, like, his mullet back in the day too was so legendary that was a costume for fans when they went to games. Was
Mhm.
they're the traveling
Yoggers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Traveling
They were
Yoggers.
there. They were there.
They were at the
Yeah.
game. And has it always been the same guys, or do
I
they
think
think
so.
like that's pretty
I
cool?
think it's a group of, like, 10-ish of them.
Did they, like, to the NHL or like Pittsburgh, like, hey, like, we're
Could've.
gonna get you guys tickets, like, we need you here for this like event?
Could have. They always wear. Someone's got a jersey from, like, every team he played on, and
Mm-hmm.
they have an Instagram. It looks like the Traveling Yoggers.
Wow, that's
that's-
sweet.
Yeah, pretty funny.
That is so cool.
He owns his own team in Czech.
That's
That he
true.
plays on?
Yeah.
He's Jackie Moon.
He's the captain. He's the GM. He's
Yeah.
the owner. That's great. And the coach, all in the same.
Yeah, and they have like I went over there when I was like 13 for like a hockey camp, and the Czech arenas, they're big, like they're like dub rinks,
Yeah.
and yeah, they love it over there. And he has his own, it's like HC
Cloudno.
Lion or something like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
God, this guy's elite prospects is insane.
How long is it?
It's taken like 10 scrolls to get from the start to the end.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Keeping the dream alive.
And he's been playing there since 18-19, since he retired. So
Wow.
I guess he's not retired.
Yeah, technically he isn't retired.
Love it. Super cool for him. Another announcement they made during the Stadium Series was that the All-Star game in 2026, not 2025 because there's no All-Star game next year, is heading to UBS Arena in Long Island. What are your honest thoughts on that?
When I originally saw you bring that up, I thought like, okay, UBS has that nice outdoor park area. They have a lot of space. But then I thought like, wow, how nice was it for all the fans and stuff could just be buzzing around to downtown, restaurants, bars, and just walk right to the arena.
Yeah.
Which that place does not have.
Nope.
And it's all about All-Star games usually go to like new or updated arenas. And that is why like UBS won it because it's only a few years old. But yeah, I don't know if the players are going to be too excited to go to Long Island for All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
They usually like to. But then again, on the NHL side, it's not really for the players. It's for the money and the fans.
Yeah, and that'll be the interesting part, like Frizz and Yeller were saying too, or Frizz. I don't know, like if we attend, which I'm going to be, hopefully we can, it'll be really interesting to know the dynamic of where's everybody hanging out and all these things, because every time we go to any of these NHL events, there's always like this spot where you can always count on like a lot of people being at. Are we staying on Long Island? Are we staying in New York City? Do you have to Uber back and forth? Cause that'd be horrible. The traffic's horrible, super expensive. But we have never, like we've been to UBS 3 times and I don't even know what one restaurant I feel like in Long Island looks like because we've only been at the rink.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really curious to just get the chance to hopefully explore more of it. And maybe it's kind of a small town area if no one's in New York City and we're just in Long Island.
They're going to have to do a good job at like setting up stuff outside the rink to keep people there all day, especially if you have to Uber there or get a ride
that's
or
a good
something.
point, Cuddy.
Like, they're going to have to come up with something
Yeah, they're
fun.
going to have to maximize that park.
Yeah, because if we're taking an Uber from the hotel in the morning, we're not going to want to leave.
Yeah, like you're stuck there.
Yeah.
It's also a very unique All-Star because the Olympics happen right after it. So there's going to be a huge NHL pause that year, and they're treating the All-Star as like a send-off to the players.
Okay.
So it could be a different feel. I don't know how that looks, but it's like once the All-Star happens, right after All-Star, where are the Olympics?
Oh, shoot, I knew this.
Paris? No, Paris is this summer. That's summer. 2026. Oh, my gosh, I have no idea. I got to find
Producer.
Dude, so does that mean that the season will be prolonged? Like they take a pause and then are they going to like try to jam the season where it's like, it's interesting. Because that's a lot of time off for players that don't even make All-Star or the Olympics. Like, imagine having a month and a half off.
Insane. Italy. It's in Italy.
Italy. That's a cool spot for the Olympics. Maybe we'll find ourselves there. Hey, guys.
Wow, that'd be...
Bro, that would be so cool. You just said that. I just got excited. I don't know how. We got to start planning today.
Yeah.
Today.
Today.
I don't know how we're going to figure that one out. How would you... Who sponsors
Who sponsors the Olympics?
Which could be the dumbest.
Hey,
I have no idea.
That could be the dumbest question ever. Because for all I know, like it's funded by your government. I don't even know.
So many. There's like
McDonald's.
there's so many sponsors that
Chipotle.
have ties to the Olympics. It's like the biggest thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that would be one of the biggest, coolest things that I could ever do in my life. I think would be going to the.
Okay, let's get Felipe.
Would you rather go to summer or winter?
Winter.
I
I would
so
rather go to the winter. I think summer games would be really good, but I just think for watching Olympic hockey, there'd be no event that I would rather watch than hockey in the Olympics. I can't think of a single one that would make me more excited. Like, I don't know.
One sport I'm really curious about too, the Winter Olympics, is like bobsledding. Bobsledding and speed skating.
Okay, let's make it happen. Let's
we
make
got
this
to
happen.
yeah.
We're gonna make
Manifest
this
it.
We got Paris Olympics this summer, and then the the Four Nations face-off in 2025, and then UBS All-Star, and then we'll get on a plane with Team USA and head out to Italy. And then in 2028, the Summer Olympics are in LA. So we'll head back for that.
So we got a lot of Olympic attendances that have happened in the next 3 years.
2 Olympics, 4 nations face off, another All-Star. Yeah, super cool.
Not a good podcast we could grab.
What sport
sure.
can I start learning today that could get me there too? Ping pong?
No.
For 2026? Yeah, you could be a curler.
I'm thinking the
Ooh,
LA
curling.
one.
Oh, LA?
Ping pong, if I was
Badminton?
going to choose one
Flag
thing,
football.
ping pong would probably be the only thing that I could ever have a chance.
You got to
No
start
way.
like qualifying soon.
You could do like a wrestling. 2 years to wrestle.
No, not wrestling. Skill gap is way too big.
You just need to be strong.
The Olympics are so interesting because obviously it's every 4 years for your sport. And like so many people probably miss their prime windows to actually make. It's all about timing.
Yep.
Say you're a individual athlete who's 22 in your prime, but there's not an Olympics until you're 25
Mm-hmm.
and someone else beats you. Like, you're just screwed.
It's very like hit or miss because there's swimmers then like 15 years old
Mm-hmm.
that'll get in there.
Right.
And imagine being 20 years old, then a 16-year-old takes your spot, and then you're not coming back because you're
The
25.
window's gone.
Like, yeah, that's it. Like, that's got to be a big. It's also got to be a big deal when you're in the sports that don't have like a super professional league aside from the Olympics. Like hockey, you're playing in the NHL if you're not in the Olympics, but obviously there's sports that's your big.
Well, they
That's
still
why
all
you
have
play.
like
Remember
the
Hunter Woodall?
World's Championships and then traveling
Yeah.
around.
Remember,
and
yeah,
stuff.
Hunter Woodall was trying to explain it to us in Dallas. Remember, he's in the Paralympics, the runner, and he was saying, like, because they were off to a trip the day after or something, and that's all for, I want to say there's teams that have, like, sponsors throughout the non-Olympic years, and then leading up to it, you join Team USA, and then it's qualifiers, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely different.
But it's a
A
lot.
little different.
For
Like
sure.
swimming and stuff like that too. It's just like
You got to swim every day.
yeah, the spotlight's the Olympics, but the Olympics is such a small window compared to like what you'd put into it.
And I think the Olympics for the rest of the world is a lot bigger deal than the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because we're spoiled. We get to watch professional sports every day.
Yeah, 100%.
The best of the best. But
Outside of like
soccer.
soccer, yeah.
Oh.
Should we grab our sticks?
Yeah, let's
Let's
get into
get some stick
taps.
taps.
Here you go, kid.
Frizz, you read this first stick tap.
Well, for the first stick tap, we got Matt Rempe. I think that's how you say his last name. For fighting Matt Martin in the first NHL shift at Metlife Stadium.
His first
Let's
NHL shift.
go.
His first game,
I
first
think
shift.
Dave told me about this last night.
This guy is 6'7".
Big guy.
First ever player to take his rookie lap on an outdoor
Yep.
rink.
And fight in the first shift. That
And
alone,
he fought.
like fighting in your first shift of your first NHL game, like that's
And
pretty
Matt
crazy.
Martin.
And Matt Martin
the
too.
way he this is what Dave was telling me. The way Matt Martin was like talking to him was like so crazy. This is why hockey is so unique with fighting. You could literally be punching each other's face for 20 seconds straight, and as soon as that's done, you shake hands and could be the best buddies after. Like,
Yeah,
What did Matt Martin
he's
say?
Did you hear
giving
that
him praise.
interview?
I didn't hear it.
he was like saying, like he asked him if he wanted it, and like
Who,
I don't-
Matt did or
Matt asked him if he wanted it, and then enjoy the moment, and like it's a whole thing.
Holy
He
cow.
talked to him like a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Dang.
They were talking to each other in the penalty box.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much of a penalty box in the outdoor rink. It's kind of just put together so they could easily talk to each other. And he's like, heck yeah. But that fourth line in the Rangers, there's a guy who's left wing 6'7", center 6'3" or 6'2", and then Rempe's 6'7".
Oh, he's a forward. That's got to be the
That's
tallest
gotta be
line
a-
in NHL.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
Without
sure.
a doubt.
Yeah.
That's
And
kind of a
lining up
scary
And the
against
two
line to go
wingers have a
against.
combined 6 NHL games played.
Wow.
And then they have Barclay Goudreau down the middle who's played 400 games. But that's a big line.
Worked out
That
for
is a
him.
big line. That is a huge line.
That's big. I got a stick tap. Kind of sarcastic stick tap because I've seen some interesting things. But this stick tap goes out to the offense in the NBA All-Star game. Definitely not the defense, as the Eastern Conference beat the Western Conference 211 to 186.
I don't even know what to think about that. Like I can't imagine
That's
what that
like-
game would have looked like. So I
Oh
didn't
my
watch it.
gosh.
Dribbling in, making a layup, tossing the ball all the way down to the other end, and then another guy
Yeah.
just.
That's man, I don't know.
They got to do something to these All-Star games.
The NHL one was good. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed watching that, but I didn't watch the NBA, so I can't really.
And the
Have
MLB
much
one,
say?
MLB one matters. Pro Bowl's not really a thing anymore. But 211 points in a normal basketball game?
That's pretty crazy.
They probably just. I don't know. I haven't watched
They
it, but they
literally
probably
just
just set each other
throw
up for
three.
it.
Exactly
Yeah.
what you said. Throw threes, like do funny dunks and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So
Just
shout
a
out to the
comedy show.
offense in the NBA.
Yeah.
Let's get some defensive efforts next year, boys.
All right, next stick tap goes out to my old teammate, Mason Morelli. He played his first NHL game for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Good old Nodak
And
boy.
Not only did he play his first game, he scored his first goal, first assist, and was first star of the
Let's
game.
go,
Yeah.
Mason.
Stick taps to you, Mason.
Way to go, Mason.
He's a guy, too, like, that happens to him, and it's, like, super proud or, like, excited because he definitely deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
was-
we were looking at his stats earlier, and it took him 4 years from college to get his first NHL
grinded.
game.
Mhm.
He was in the Coast, the A. Good for
Wow.
him. Love to see that.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Who'd they play? Was it San Jose?
Yeah, they were playing San Jose.
Good for Morelli.
Yeah. So hopefully, I was like, right when I saw that too, I was like, man, I hope we can. Hopefully they make playoffs. Hopefully he sticks with the team, and that'd be so cool to like get connected with the team then, because we know a few guys in the NHL, but I don't know if there's any time where one of us has
Mhm.
been worked with a team that's like we're close friends with, because like Batesy and White Cloud, that's one, but I think it still hasn't happened where it's like we go to NHL game, we watch the game, and like it's a friend down there where we can like
Yeah.
go and see them.
Yeah.
So hopefully that happens.
Good
Yeah,
for Morelli.
give
He
Gaber
was
another year.
Was he your
Yeah.
captain?
He was, yeah,
Nice. So he's a good guy too.
very good guy.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Love to hear it.
Good
And
North Dakota boy. Why not?
Lastly,
Yeah.
last tick tap goes out to going out on a Friday night, as it makes the weekend just a little bit better. Friday night is the true night to go out,
Yeah.
folks, as we
Yeah.
experience that. Friday night, like we did for Dave's party, was I don't know. I was very happy that it wasn't Saturday. And there's some self-inflicted wounds on Saturday, but you know, you lick your paws and you get back out there. I don't know.
You have a good
Embrace it.
Saturday.
I think Friday night is great because you don't waste Sunday.
Yep.
Did you do my workout that I sent you on YouTube?
I did on Sunday.
I did
Okay.
not do that workout.
Didn't do it on Saturday.
No, I didn't.
Did
do
you
anything
want
on
us to?
Saturday.
Was
Yeah.
that supposed to be a office team workout?
Yeah,
Remotely?
so we were texting in the group chat, and then I was like, I have a very legendary YouTube workout that I filmed like 5 years ago, felt like. So
Yeah. You
I
look
still
young in
do that workout. It's called Lawson's lower
day.
body 15-minute leg day, and it's a grind. Actually,
Feels
I
like
encourage any of
45.
you to go look it up and try it for yourself. Almost was too tired to make. Like I almost couldn't finish filming it. I got so tired from filming it, but I sent it to the guys hoping that they would do it on Saturday, and I didn't get a reply. Sounds like they didn't do it.
Actually legendary though. Like, is this a legendary workout?
Try it out.
It's got 30,000 views on YouTube.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it 30,000
It'll
times
give you
myself.
some tree trunks, yo. You won't be able to walk after it.
Okay, I'll give you an
I
honest.
think we did
review
it
and an
once in
honest-
college, didn't we?
Probably a
During
few
COVID
times,
in the
yeah.
park. Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gassed.
It's mean. It's mean, but man, it blows up your quads for an
Yeah.
hour.
I'll try it out, and I'll and leave you a comment how I felt post workout.
Thank you.
If you do that once a week for the rest of the year, you have some good conditioning.
Hmm.
Especially if we start playing hockey again, might need to pull that out.
It's very good for if you're scratched at a game. That's kind of where it came from. Getting scratched too much in college, and then I made that work.
So
out from
Bedsy
it.
was probably doing that when he was hurt.
Could have been.
Probably.
Would have been smart if
He probably did it 20,000 times.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of young athletes that are looking at that video.
Hopefully, that's why I made it. So I'm hoping it's helped
Let's
somebody
get that
out.
video to 100,000.
Yes.
Let's get people's
We'll
lunges going.
So
Yeah.
if
Link
that
it to
gets
the
100,000, you gonna do a part 2 then?
I think I will. I think I'll come back with a part
16
2.
minute.
10 years later.
We'll do a 25 and older.
Yeah. This is the 25 and older, specially made for office goers.
You should do an
Yeah.
upper body one.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I
That'd
should
be
have
hard.
done a sequel to it way back then. I just honestly never thought it would be popular. So
You were riding the high.
I gave up after filming that.
Well,
And I said,
it's
and I
good
said,
that-
see you later.
I could say it's still as hard now as it was 4
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it ever gets easy.
Well, I'm going to do a no bad hockey question
Okay.
before we go to the game.
Sounds good.
So there's one here. And this is a good question. I kind of laughed when reading it. I thought to myself, do I know exactly why? Answer is probably not. But it's, how can you legally punch someone in hockey and not go to jail? Like, how is it? Why do they make it okay in hockey that you can just punch people and
I love this
not have any
question.
consequences?
This is a great question.
There's no consequences.
I actually don't know the legal reasoning
It's
behind
just
it.
part of the game.
I think it's just because it's a rule. Like that's the only reason why it's like legal to do it. If it wasn't a rule, then
There's
I'm
other
sure.
sports where you punch people in the face, like boxing and MMA, and that,
think
I just think
it's
it's like
just-
a
yeah.
rule, like in the rule book. That's the only way I can.
yeah, I
think of
mean,
being
each
legal.
guy basically agrees to do it.
I mean, yeah.
Most of the time.
If you fight
Consent,
someone,
yeah, you're given consent to get
if
punched
there's
in the face.
if there's two people fighting on the street and neither of them press charges, they don't go to jail. They may go to a drunk tank if they're causing a huge ruckus. But like if Friz and I started punching each other in the face right now,
and shook hands after,
we wouldn't go to
totally
jail.
legal.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I'm wondering too of like the evolution. I would be curious to know the evolution of that rule of how, like, this could be a bad question too, but was it there right off the get go in hockey, like
Fighting?
always?
Probably.
And and if it was, you'd think it would be in other sports too. Like even like everyone was kind of doing the same thing, I guess. I don't know, but okay, let's start fighting in hockey. Oh, hey, we're just created this basketball and football league. Like, I see you guys are doing it in your sport. I'm going to catch on and do it too. I don't know why that never happened to others.
Yeah, it's funny.
Was it the skates thing? And they're just like, I think it's okay because we're on ice and we
It's
just
hard
want
to
to be
stand
different. Yeah, it's
hard
like
to,
not as
like,
risky to get
You're
hurt.
off balance, so it's like the chances of you actually taking a hard hit to the head are kind
But
of slim.
technically, yeah, in any sport, if you punch someone, you're not going to jail.
No, you just get suspended or fined. But if you're a fan and you
Like,
get
in
in a
baseball,
fight,
if you charge
Yeah,
the mound,
if you're a
if you
fan.
charge the mound in baseball, you're not going to
No.
jail.
you just get like a
You just get kicked out of the game usually.
Yeah, imagine being a pitcher and you see the freaking batter just making that jog right
That's
to the
when
mound, and you're
You
just
better
like,
hope your first baseman
Oh,
gets in
you're,
there.
yeah,
first.
you're hoping your team is coming behind you because that guy's
yeah.
coming
Hopefully you're a
full
good
speed.
team guy.
Yeah,
God, that would be pretty
You're looking
exhilarating.
at that
The
guy
outfielders
dead
are
in the
just
eyes.
slowly jogging in. They're
Yeah.
like,
They got a 200-yard run from the outfield.
Basically, the hitter and the pitcher have about 5 seconds to square it off
Just to
before
lock eyes and just
both
kinda,
teams are out there.
Unless the catcher's fast and he catches the batter
Yeah.
and pulls him down.
Oh,
God, that is crazy. Yeah. Like going, like being in the batter's shoes. Like, what's the point of that? Because you know that there's gonna be 40 guys on you too, and like maybe you'll get one punch.
You
But
can
Make
get
a
your
statement.
the helmet throw at
yeah,
the
fake
pitcher.
'em.
Yeah. I guess the big answer is it's just mutual.
Just the way, it's the way the rule in
There's
the game.
definitely been charges pressed for certain things in hockey, but that's not fighting. It's like
mm-hmm.
other things that
other
Like
things.
very
or like
severe
punching
things,
a fan or something.
sticks hitting people in the head and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. I do have another no bad hockey question from Harper. It is kind of something to do with the rules, but she's asking, what is an obscure or funny rule you just don't really see called in hockey, but it's part of the game? So mine is you actually cannot have two sticks in your hand and play and try and join the play. You could, if the goalie loses his stick and you go and pick it up while you're holding his and the play is nowhere near, it's not a penalty, but if you pick up the goalie's stick and you have your stick in your hand and you go and try and hit the puck, it's a penalty.
Yeah,
That's a good one. Yeah.
I think mine for that would be what Darlene did coming out of the penalty box. Did you guys see that play?
Yeah.
That I did not know that rule
You can't
existed.
have a foot in the penalty box as you touch the puck.
Yeah, I did not know that
Oh, really?
that was a
Could have both
thing
nabbed for that in
until
youth
that
hockey.
happened.
Oh, I was so mad.
The
Actually
odds of that
happened to me.
play happening so rare, too.
Yeah.
Because,
It's quick usually.
but like, why is that a penalty? Let's just say the guy in the box opens the door at the correct time when it's like clock is 0. I could
It's
see it
like-
if it's like you're early and like, hey, you shouldn't be on. You're not technically in play yet, but
It's not just a penalty though. If you can't. It's like the same as if you played it when you're in the
from
bench.
the bench. Yeah.
okay. But I was thinking that if you're in the bench, let's say that Frizz came off the ice, so technically there's 4 guys on. Like we swapped, and I'm stepping on to be that 5th guy, and then I touch the puck.
I still think you got to
That's
touch the
where,
ice.
yeah, that's okay. That makes sense because
Because
can't
otherwise
be-
you
you
could
can't-
technically
Yeah.
reach your stick over the boards
Yeah,
while your guys
play.
changes.
Yeah.
Someone's going on a breakaway.
can
There's
slap
still, no
shot
matter
or
how many
something.
guys you have on the ice, you
True.
can still pull it back.
yeah, true.
That's just what it is.
I have another
That's a good one though. That's
I
obscure.
could see that.
I have an obscure rule. When you break your stick, you have to drop it. You can't continue to keep it in your hand or try play with a broken stick. You have
Yeah.
to drop it and leave it.
Safety
And
rule.
play with your feet.
Safety rule.
You can
otherwise-
kick the puck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really can't think of it.
Oh, I got another one. You have to have your fight strap on.
Oh yeah.
That's a
You
good one.
have to. So jerseys, because back in the day when there'd be fighting, guys would pull jerseys over their heads, so they literally were defenseless. So then jerseys came out with a fight strap you attach to the back of your pants. And if some guys leave it undone for like a style thing and stuff, but you have to have that done up, or you will get.
If
a
you get
penalty.
jerseyed, you get a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And it's
just
humiliating
It's just
too.
a double loss.
You get a penalty, a concussion, and you're humiliated.
Those are good.
Good job, guys.
Should we end it off with a quick game here?
Bring it on.
Bring it on, Mr.
What are we playing?
All right, you guys are gonna try guess the ranking of the most attractive male athletes in the world.
Oh,
So
Wait.
there's a list online.
So we give a number.
top 5.
Okay.
Yep. Top 5, and you gotta guess. Top
'kay.
5.
My
Oh.
first one I know is on there has to be Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3.
That's a
Number
good
3.
one.
So you got number 3.
There's definitely no hockey players on this list.
There's a hockey player.
what?
There's one hockey player.
Is it like is it surprising or no?
No, not really.
Okay, is Lionel Messi on there?
No.
I was gonna say.
Too short.
Yeah,
There
he's
is a
not
few.
bad.
I will give you a hint. There's a couple soccer players.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the guy that plays on Brazil.
Neymar.
Neymar.
Nope, he's not on there. He is number 8 though.
Ah,
He's in the
he's
top
up
10.
there. He's up
Yeah,
there.
Good for him.
So is this hockey player? Is he current?
No, he's not current.
Okay, that
That
doesn't help my case out much.
Is Jimmy
should know.
Jimmy Garoppolo on there?
He's not, but
Come
I
on.
think he's number 11 from what I saw on the list.
Okay, so we're looking for
Actually,
one
no, that was
NHL
Mark
player.
Sanchez.
Wait, can you give me some sports?
Some sports, top 5.
Yeah,
Yep.
just the ones we're looking for.
We have 1 NFL player, 3 soccer players, you already got one, and 1 hockey player.
No ball players. Poor guys.
Yeah, poor
baseball's not a
guys.
good-looking sport, I guess.
Guess not.
Is Tom Brady on the list?
He is number 6.
Shoot, close. So is an NFL player? Is he current or is he retired?
He's current.
So current player.
Don't tell me it's 87.
No.
Okay.
Good.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't be
It's not.
surprised.
That's a
though.
good
The
guess,
man's having
though.
himself a
What
year.
position?
Same team. I'll give you that.
Same team.
Okay, what position is the hockey player?
No, that's too easy.
Is it Chief?
He's a chief, but he's not a chief you would expect.
Don't tell
I
me it's
actually did-
Mahomes.
I didn't know he was a chief. No, it's not Mahomes. You guys
No
probably don't
basketball
even know
players either?
No basketball players in the top 5.
Is
Is
the retired hockey player Henrik Lundqvist?
Correct. Yes, he's number 4.
Nice.
So you got Ronaldo at number 3 and Lundqvist at number 4.
We haven't even got a top 2 yet?
No.
Who's hotter?
Soccer player.
Who's hotter than King Henrik?
David Beckham.
Correct. Number 2.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's a
good
good
one.
Good job, Friz. So you're looking for number 1 and number 5. We got an NFL player
At number 1?
at number 1
On the Chiefs?
on the Chiefs.
What? Okay.
And a soccer player at number 5.
I only know Mahomes and Kelsey, really.
It better not be Mahomes.
It's not Mahomes.
Kermit.
I don't know if you guys will get this guy.
What do we have?
So-
We have a soccer player still?
We have a soccer player at number 5, yes.
Do I even know? Do we know this soccer player?
I don't know. He
Is it
looked young
Lata?
from the photo.
Oh, he's-
Zlatan?
Latan.
He's
Is it-
from United Kingdom. He's British.
I'm so bad with soccer players.
He's a Brit.
He's from there or plays there?
He's from there.
What
I don't
teams-
know where he plays from. I don't know. Honestly, I have no-
yeah, I
nothing
don't
to know
know the
about
football
soccer.
one. Who would know?
Is he a defender?
He is an offensive player
On the Chiefs?
on the Chiefs.
Pacheco?
Don't tell
No.
us Pacheco. Just say no way.
No, not that
Fumble
guy.
fingers? We're going to get it.
Wide receiver.
We're going to get it.
Nope.
He's an
not a wide
offensive
receiver.
lineman.
Nope, not a lineman, not a receiver.
Is he the former Vikings running back?
Jet
Not a running
McKinnon.
back either.
Okay, what could
What other
he-
position
could
is there?
possibly be?
You said it wasn't 87.
Was an 87.
Is he the backup?
What other
QB?
position is there?
Kicker?
Yeah, he's a backup quarterback, like Yili said.
Shit.
What? Who the heck is their backup quarterback?
Yeah, nobody knows.
They
He's
never
the hottest guy in the world.
Yeah,
never
he's the
needed
hottest
him.
guy. Hottest athlete.
Oh, hottest athlete in the world. Is that actually what the title?
That's what this.
I know who
list
their
is,
backup
yeah.
is, but I can't think of it.
I can't think.
I've
I
heard
can't
who
think of it.
I saw him at.
I don't know if he's a backup. It says backup, but he could be a third string.
I don't know.
I definitely don't know the soccer
Okay,
player.
so you want
Give
me
us
to
the
tell you
soccer.
the soccer
Give us
player?
the soccer player.
His name's Tom Daly.
I would not.
I didn't
know
think
this.
you guys would know that.
John
that-
Daly's
I just
son.
knew the older studs.
Give me another hint.
I don't know what else. He's a backup or third string QB for the Chiefs. That's all I can.
Initials?
Who did
Can
he
we
play
get some
for?
initials?
Give me the team he used to play for.
Denver Broncos.
Denver.
His picture, he had a Denver's Broncos jersey, but his caption of what team he played for said backup KC.
Simeon?
No.
I don't even know what he looks like. Now I'm just naming Broncos quarterbacks.
What's his name? His last name starts with an H.
Starts with a Q.
Is this a real person?
Yeah, who is this mystery man?
We're gonna get it.
I
give us
will
his
not be able
just
to
give
get
us
it.
the initials.
BQ.
Oh,
Brady Quinn.
Yes.
he does not play football anymore.
Is he retired?
Yeah.
Did that website lie to me?
He's on
Brady
Fox.
Quinn.
He's on the panel.
That guy's got a butt.
He is a good-looking guy. Good Notre Dame fighting Irish QB.
Okay, he was. Okay, he should have been on this list then.
Well, I think the date of when that list was created, it was probably like a link that you clicked, maybe from 2020 or 2018. That's probably why.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
the list says he's current because that list was made when he was current. So I feel like,
Yeah, possibly.
This guy was all over.
which
the
I think it was
place.
still fun to play.
Yeah, I gotta dig deeper.
It was fun.
Dang.
But the updated version, I'm sure they would have thrown.
Did you
Kelsey
find
on
the
there.
I'd
website?
throw Jimmy G ahead of him.
Looks like that guy hit the tanning bed too, just like you, Frizz.
Brady Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on TV now.
He's got a face for TV.
Dang.
All right, sorry
That
boys.
was a
I
good
led you in the
game,
wrong
though. I like
direction.
that
Yeah.
top 5 stuff.
Yep.
That's good.
Do that again.
Could definitely do that
Definitely.
again.
Definitely. Heck yeah. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We hope, if you haven't already, that you enjoyed our No Bad vlog on YouTube. Be sure to go check it out. We will we'll drop a link somewhere. Where are we going to drop that link?
Link will be in the fan club bio. Then
Heck
the
yeah.
beacons can do
Well,
that.
Let's do it. Hope you enjoy. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And hopefully springtime's hitting you like it's hitting us. So have a good one. Thanks for listening. See you later.
Adios.